Hey, how we doing, Titans fans? Titan Uprising here. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Please continue to like, share, subscribe. Please comment. I love the comments. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. It really helps the channel out, helps get my videos out there. In today's video, I'm going to get right into it. It's about DeAndre Hopkins. I've made this, might be my fourth or fifth video about DeAndre Hopkins, but I like it. I like the guy. He's such a huge impact for the team. And the reason I want to make this video is because Jim Wyatt, and if you guys don't know by now, I love Jim Wyatt. I think he's a great writer, great editor, and he's one of the few guys that covers the Tennessee Titans that knows what the hell he's talking about. And he's connected, he's inside information. He's got great stuff, good stuff. If you do not follow him on Twitter or anything, or read any of his articles, please change that. You're gonna really appreciate that guy. And I'm going to make a video, by the way, eventually, about all the people I follow who, if it took me a couple years to get to the list I have, and if you're like me, you want to know as much as you can about the Tennessee Titans. So I'm going to be sharing that eventually with you guys. I'll make a video for it. It'll be kind of short, just to let you know who to follow and who to pay attention to. But this one by Jim Wyatt says DeAndre Hopkins happy to be with the Titans, and he feels like he's at home in Tennessee. Man, I love it. I'll read it here for you guys. DeAndre Hopkins now officially a Titan, and he's fired up about it. I am very happy, very glad, Hopkins said on Monday after signing his deal with the team. This was a team that as soon as the offseason hit and I knew I was possibly going to be traded, this was a team that was on my list of places that I wanted to play because of the history Mike Vrabel and I have, the history Tim Kelly and I have. I wanted to be somewhere where I knew people had my best interest, not just on the field, but off the field as well. A 10-year NFL veteran, Hopkins has totaled 853 receptions for 11,298 yards and 71 touchdowns in his time with Houston, which was from 2013 to 2019, and with Arizona, which was from 2020 to 2022. On Monday, the five-time Pro Bowler talked about everything he likes about the Titans and Nashville and what he's hoping to bring to the team. Hopkins spent time with Vrabel and Kelly, who was the team's new offensive coordinator, in Houston. Vrabel is a straight shooter, and over my career, he has always checked in on me, Hopkins said. He continues on here and says, even when I was in Houston, he was a defensive coach, but he would still check on me just to see how I was doing. That always stuck with me, and I always wanted to be around people like that. Can't blame me, buddy. I always wanted to be somewhere where I knew I could maximize potential, not just as a player, but as DeAndre. And I knew Vrabel, being around him, that's what he brings out of you. Hopkins said he also got good vibes from general manager Ran Carthon during his free agency visit to Nashville last month. Great vibes from Ran, Hopkins said. Ran is another guy who is a straight shooter, and he's not going to BS you. From the first conversation I got, that's the vibe I got from him. He's not someone who is just going to tell you what you want to hear. He's going to be honest with you, and that's what I like, and those are the kind of people I want to be around. Ran, we kicked it off instantly, and I know what he's trying to do with this organization, and I want to be a part of it. So what does Hopkins feel like he brings to the Titans? He's been dominant during the course of his career. In fact, since entering the NFL in 2013, Hopkins' reception total, which is 853, leads the NFL. It is the fourth highest total in NFL history in a player's first 10 seasons, trailing only Marvin Harrison with 927, Brandon Marshall with 882, and Torrey Holt with 869. Hopkins, Harrison, Marshall, and Holt are also the only players in league history with at least 850 receptions, 11,000 receiving yards, and 70 receiving touchdowns in their first 10 campaigns. Besides wins, the Titans are getting someone who is going to push people around me and make everybody else's job a little easier, Hopkins said. The Titans are getting someone who is a hard worker, someone who is going to practice hard, play hard, and push everybody around me as well to elevate their game. They are getting somebody who doesn't have an ego, someone who is coming in and bonding to the system. Hopkins said he already has a good relationship with Titans running back Derrick Henry, as the two have trained together in the past. Hopkins said he has a lot of respect for Titans quarterback Ryan Tannehill, and he's looking forward to meeting all of his new teammates. I am very excited to play with Derrick and Ryan, Hopkins said. I have admired those two guys ever since I have been playing against them and when I was with Houston. They were hard battles, but one thing I always knew was I wanted to be around people like Derek and Ryan because they are winners. I worked out with Derek, so Derek and I actually know each other, not just on the field, but off the field as well. And I know coming here, I can help out those two guys, and they can help me out as well. I wanted to be around two people who have won before at a high level, and those two guys have. After signing with the team on Monday, Hopkins took part in a photo shoot and also made the rounds at Ascension St. Thomas Sports Park. During his visit to Nashville last month, Hopkins got a taste of the city, visiting downtown and even making a trip to Nissan Stadium for CMA Fest. He's been impressed by Music City and its residents. I love Nashville, Hopkins said. Every time we played here, I always tried to get out in the city and see the development of it because I've been playing here for a long time. I've come here in town and seen the restaurants. Nashville, it's a good city, it's welcoming. As soon as I got off the plane, even when I was on the plane, my neighbor sitting beside me was helping me with certain things in the city, telling me where to go. So Nashville is a welcoming city, and I can tell they respect the people here who are in the position I am in. I am happy to be a part of it. In his career, Hopkins has totaled 6 1,000-yard receiving seasons and 4 100-plus reception campaigns. His top statistical season came in 2018, registering 115 receptions for 1,572 yards and 11 touchdowns for the Texans. Last year, he tallied 64 catches for 717 yards and 3 touchdowns in 9 games. Still, Hopkins feels like he has something to prove in Tennessee. A week ago, Hopkins sent this message on social media. I always loved having haters and doubters, but I appreciate it even more now. Tighten up. On Monday, Hopkins said he wanted to show he can still get it done at a high level. Oh yeah, absolutely, Hopkins said. I feel I've always had something to prove, and that's how I play my game. The decision to come to Nashville obviously made a lot of people mad, but I kind of felt at home being here from the get-go, from early on. Tennessee is a team not many people put on their list, and I think I'm not just speaking for myself, but the team as well. People are writing us off. Decked out in a Titans uniform in between shots during a photo shoot, Hopkins said he's ready to get started. The Titans are scheduled to practice for the first time in training camp on Wednesday. I am very excited to go, Hopkins said. I wish we could go out there and practice tomorrow, but we have to do some conditioning. But this time, and the roster that Ran and Vrabel have built is very competitive, and I'm excited to be a part of it. That's great stuff. Great stuff. Good job, Jim. Now, I want to piggyback off a couple of these things on the article here. Now, he did say he wanted to come here because the history he has with Mike Vrabel and Tim Kelly. I know this is like my 5th or 6th Hopkins video. Probably not going to be my last. But in the one video where I said why he would want to come to Tennessee, it was because of Vrabel. It was because of Tim Kelly. Familiarity. He did good with them. Why would he not want to? And the money was right too. And he's friends with guys like Derrick Henry, and he respects Ryan Tannehill. Got good vibes from the city, got good vibes from the organization. Love hearing good things about Ran. Ran's a first-year GM, can land a superstar free agent wide receiver. Also, he thought he was going to get traded here. So, guys, I love what I'm seeing here from this article and what Hopkins has had to say. And he's also saying he's going to get someone that pushes people around him, that makes their job a little bit easier. I love that. We need to take pressure off 22, and we need to help him out. Tell teams, you want to load 8 in the box? We're going to throw it to Hopkins. We're going to throw it to Burks. We're going to throw it to Chig. We're going to throw it to Phillips. Right? We need to do that. We need to make defenses honest. We can't just have them load 8 in the box and we run right up the freaking middle every time. That's going to change with Kelly. Also lets me know that Hopkins believes in Kelly. That is one of the things I'm taking away from this the most. Seems like he's bought into it. He's playing the system. This is a guy that could have played other places. Remember that. He wasn't traded here. This guy wanted to come to Tennessee. He picked us. And that's a great feeling. And the fact that him and Henry have worked out. He says he loves Nashville. Another thing I wanted to kind of piggyback off of here was, and I remember Mariota saying this years ago, that Nashville, it's a good city, it's welcoming. And he also said that the guy he sat next to, he said, as soon as I got off the plane, even when I was on the plane, my neighbor sitting beside me was helping me with certain things in the city, tell me where to go. And he says they can tell they respect the people here who are in the position I am. That's what stuck out to me there. And that reminded me of Mariota. He said you could just walk down and people say, oh, hey, or whatever, but they weren't like rushing over to you and swarming you, right? That's awesome. These guys are people too. They have families, they have their own lives, right? So, I wouldn't really want to walk down the streets and be freaking surrounded and say, half the time, I don't really want to talk to anybody when I go out anyways. So, I don't really blame players for marking that up as a positive, because I find that to be a positive. And that's just kind of cool that Nashville is like that. And when he said Nashville is a vibe, right? Just a lot of good stuff in his article, a lot of good stuff that he got to share with us that we normally want to get insight or access to. I also like that he said that he's excited about the team and the roster that Rand has built and that Rand and Vrabel have built, and it's very competitive. And he said Vrabel gets the most out of players, which we've seen that with the injury history we've had for 2 years. And let's hope we don't have the injury history this year, because if we don't, we're going to be a team that scares the living crap out of people. But I love reading this, guys. He's buying into it. I'm buying into it even more now. I said things are going to change with Tim Kelly now that Todd Downing's out. And if this isn't just reassurance about, a guy that's going to want the ball, right? He knows he's going to come here and get targets. He knows he's going to come here and produce. I love that. That means our offense is going to change a little bit. And I'm just so excited for that. Obviously, still give the ball to the king, but, you can't be running the 8-man boxes all the time, like I said earlier. That's just not going to go well. Teams know what you're going to do, and they take it away, and you still do it anyways. Can't keep doing that. But, hey, guys, I'm excited for this. Let me know what you guys think down below. Please comment. Question I'll ask you guys, what do you think Hopkins' stat line is this year? I'm going with 90 catches. I'm going to say just under 1,100 yards, so I'll say 1,078 maybe, and I'll go with like 8 TDs. That's what I think he's going to get. Now, could he do more? Sure. Could he do less? Sure. But that's why I'm going to just guess. First year, Tannehill, maybe he goes up next year. Who knows if Tannehill's here at Levis? We can get into that in a different video. But let me know what you guys think down below. Do you agree with my assessment there? Do you disagree? And what do you think about Hopkins coming here? Are you guys reading as much into it as I am? Do you see this as like okay, cool, he signed, blah, blah, blah. But you read between the lines and you see why he wants to sign here. It should make us even more excited for this team. And we're dogs this year. We're sleepers this year. I think this team's going to shock some people. I really do. I think we're going to come out and we're going to shock people. We're going to shock the world this year, guys. I really do. So let me know what you guys think down below, and we'll talk soon, everybody. Tighten up.